My name is Caitlin. For 2023, I am doing a no buy year. Today is going to be an anti-haul of a bunch of new releases, and I've also picked out things from my collection that I already have of what I'm going to be using instead of these things. Alright, so the first thing that stood out to me as something that I've wanted to get is the Kosas Glow IV Vitamin-Infused Skin Illuminating Enhancer, and I would have gotten the shade Revive, which is very light champagne. And here's why I don't need it. So the way that I would use a product like that is almost like a priming product. I would use it all over my face underneath of whatever base product that I would want to use, and I already have things in my collection that do that. The first of which being the BECCA Light Shifter Dewing Tint, and I have the shade Luminary. I also have the shade Orbits, which is like the second one. I think this one more closely resembles the shade that I would have gotten of the Kosas. So I already have this, and that's what I should be using instead of that. Another product that I have that I use in that same capacity is the Auric Glow. I have the shades Morganite and Selenite. So I don't need the Kosas one because I already have these two products. The next product that's come out that I will not be getting is the HAUS Labs blushes. I really like the look of these. I like the vibrant colors of them. The one that I would probably get is the Hibiscus Haze, and something that I have in my collection, I'm sure actually that I have plenty of blushes that would match that shade, but one that I pulled out would be the Pat McGrath Divine Blush in the shade Cherish, which it doesn't so much look like the photo of the product itself online, but it kind of looks more like the swatch that's on the model. So that's it right there. Although I'm sure the formula of the HAUS Labs is nice, but I don't need it because I have Pat McGrath Cherish, on top of plenty others that I'm sure are very similar shades to the HAUS Labs. Another new release that I actually kind of really want, and I think it's probably because it's like limited edition, so I know that once my no buy is over they won't be around anymore, which is one of the things I'm kind of coming to terms with of doing a no buy year, is anything that's released that's limited edition, chances are I'm not gonna get it, and that's okay. I have plenty of makeup. I don't need more. Did I mention what it is? It's the new Oden's Eye release, the 3 palettes that they did with Lauren, May Beauty, Batty Bean, and the third one, sorry I can't remember your name right now, but all of the palettes look beautiful, and I'm sure that I have plenty of eyeshadows in my collection that could very much dupe the vibes, as Hannah Louise Poston would say. So I'm sure that I could very much dupe the vibes of that, or even, I'm sure, create a palette that has the same colors, if not very similar. So I don't need any more eyeshadow, and one of the things that I would be using instead is my own created palette that I made. I made this grungy forest, forbidden forest palette, and so obviously this color story does not match what any of the Oden's Eye is, but I've really enjoyed using this, and it's gotten me to use some shadows that I may have forgotten about or just wanted to get more use out of. So I will not be picking up the Oden's Eye palettes, but I will be continuing to use this one instead. Another new release that I really wanted to pick up is the NYX Cosmetics, the Fat Oil lip oils. And I think one of the things that I really picked up on about it is that it's pretty much a dupe for stuff that I already have in the Inglaze lip oils. I have almost all of the colors, so I'm sure all of the NYX colors that there are, I probably already have it in the Innbeauty formula, and I already like these, so why would I need to go pick up another thing that's basically just this? So this is the shade Berry Jam number 2. I guess I'll put some on. I like these because they're not super sticky, but you feel their presence on your lips, but I really like that. So, you know, I can't speak to the NYX formula, but I'm sure they're quite similar to this, but I don't need that one because I already have all of the Innbeauty ones. Another new thing that I definitely would have purchased if it wasn't my No By Here is the Milk Makeup contour sticks that they're coming out, and I would get the shade Toasted, which is the lightest one, and it's very gray and cool toned. Here's why I don't need that, because I have the Fenty Matchstick in the shade Amber, which is pretty cool toned, and honestly it kind of looks exactly like that. And I also have the Double Take in the shade White Pearl, and that one also is quite cool toned. So that's the that's the Fenty, and both of these work beautifully. I don't need the Milk Makeup one because I have both of these to use. A foundation that was released that really caught my eye was the KVD, the Good Apple Serum foundation, and I think this is just a case of marketing really got me. The aesthetic of it is really nice, but here's the thing, I don't like full coverage foundation, but I liked the idea of a serum foundation, but I have tons of foundation, so I don't need any new ones. And why would, like, I don't like full coverage foundation, so I don't even know what I was thinking. So a foundation that I have that would cover the luminous serum type, but not the full coverage, because that's not the type of foundation that I like to wear, is the Burberry Fresh Glow foundation, Luminous Fluid Foundation. This is the shade Porcelain. So I already have this. Why would I need the KVD one when I have this one that I can use? The M Cosmetics So Soft Blush Sticks. I've heard great things about the formula and I've always wanted to try it, and they've released 3 new shades, and the middle one, that like mauve is one that I just love that color. But here's why I don't need it. First of all, I have plenty of cream blushes, so many that I absolutely won't be able to use them all before they go bad. But one in particular is the Nudies Bareback. That's the shade right there. And it looks almost identical to the imagery that's online for that middle shade. I'm not sure what the shade name is called, and I like the formula of this just fine, so I don't need the M Cosmetics one because I have this one and also plenty others that would do the job. Another blush release that I was really interested in is the Kulfi one. Kulfi? I'm not 100% positive on how to pronounce it, but they released liquid cream blushes and they all look beautiful. And I think I've maybe seen a couple reviews on them, and while the formula is not identical to the Glossier Cloud Paints, it kind of is the same idea. So I have, gosh, I think almost all of the colors of the Glossier Cloud Paints, but these two in particular, Storm and Haze, are very similar to a couple of the Kofi ones. So that's why I don't need those ones. That's Storm and that's Haze. So I don't need the Kofi ones because I have the Glossier ones that I can use. Rare Beauty, whatever the highlights are, bringing very much back, like everyone keeps saying, like 2016 vibes of just like the super shiny highlighter. And I have tons of highlighters, but the one that stood out as being most like the Rare Beauty is the Physicians Formula, the Butter Highlighter. And this is the shade Pearl, which I think is pretty similar to the Rare Beauty, the lightest one. And this is a super like soft, creamy feeling formula. Look at that shine. As much as I would love to try the Rare Beauty ones, I don't need them, and I could use this instead. Tower 28 has released, they're calling them a sculpting product, but they kind of just look like matte cream bronzers to me. And as much as I would love to try those, looking at the shades, the lightest one doesn't even look like it would be that good of a color for me. It looks like it would just immediately turn orange. Instead, I will be using the Makeup by Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. And this is the light medium shade. You can tell that I've liked it because I've hit pan. And this does not turn orange on me. So although I'm sure the formula of the Tower 28 one is beautiful, I don't need it because I have this one to use. Last new product that I'm going to talk about is the Amicole, the lip oil things. They just look super intriguing. I love the idea of a nourishing lip product, but here's why I don't need it. I have a ton of lip oils and lip balms, chapsticks, all of the things. So already I've talked about how I have the Innbeauty lip oils, which are maybe similar to the Amicole, but what I also have that is supposed to be super nourishing for your lips, and I don't ever wear them, are the Fit Glow Beauty lip serums. This is the shade TI, and I think it's probably similar to the brown shade, or what that would maybe end up looking like on me. So I do not need the Amicole one because I have this one that I could use. Those are all the new products that I've been eyeing, but that I won't be getting. One, because it's my no-buy year, and two, because I have all of this other stuff that I could be using instead that would do probably the same thing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope that I gave you maybe some ideas of stuff to pull out of your own collection if you've been eyeing some of the same stuff as I have. Hopefully you have some other stuff that you realize that you can use instead of going out and buying some things that you maybe don't need right now. If you like this video, leave me a comment, hit the like button. I would very much appreciate it if you did, but if not, that's cool too. I will see you in the next one. Bye!